We also have, obviously, Mark and the Martinis.
The great Mark
our
and the
musical
Martinis.
accompaniment every time we come to Vegas.
The band is awesome. Good job, fellas.
And we have a special guest waiting in the wings who has requested the following walk-in music. A little Joe Walsh, Life's Been Good.
And I'm thinking, this is a business show. It has no chance of succeeding. So I'm just going to go on there, raise hell. You're concentrating, then you're emotionally drained.
I know that feeling.
So
I don't know if I can get into it.
I don't think he's very bright.
You going to run for president?
As of now,
So our president says we've got to stop taking immigrants from whole countries. Just give me your opinion on that. For the president of the United States to say that about a group of people.
I'm going to tell you exactly what my approach. I mean, everybody knows how I feel about the guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan, and I don't think he's very bright. He's kind of like Chauncey Gardner from Being There. But if you've ever seen that movie,
Yeah, it's a classic.
But I made a New Year's resolution. I'm putting the dude on mute because you can't. If you listen to him, then it's impossible to really. You can't live your life. You go crazy every single day because he says dumb like this, right? And so if you put him on mute, my perspective is then I can just pay attention to what he does or doesn't do. And the reality is, you know, there's things, if I looked at him and forgot it was him, and it was just pick any body that you put in there president, and just look to see what he's done or not done, then you can say, look, immigration, we'd be fighting, right? I'd be against it. But, you know, he's not all that different from a lot of presidents in over history where you agree with some and disagree with some. He's just not smart enough to shut up, you know, but it's just, from my perspective as a citizen of this country and knowing him, you can scream at him all you want. He has so little self-awareness, it doesn't matter, right? So it's only hurting my chance to try to make a difference if I pay more attention to what he says as opposed to what he does.
You going to run for president?
As of now, probably not.
But I mean, because we've heard that, we've heard whispers about it, and we've heard people. Well, do you think more seriously about it as time goes by?
Yes.
2020 or 2024?
2020.
Oh.
Well, would you vote for me?
Can't wait till 2024.
So,
But now with Oprah, I might not get a chance. Oprah would be great. I mean, look, my attitude is,
how about you and Oprah together?
together. That's nice.
you know, I could just see it now. You get a car. You get a car. Yeah, But my attitude is we can't have enough great candidates. It's not so much about me. And I've actually invested $2 million in a ballot initiative. Right now, for a lot of states, you have to go out, like in Texas, I think it's 77,000 signatures, real physical signatures that you have to get just to get on the ballot to attempt to run for president as an independent. That's crazy, right? That prevents a lot of great candidates from being on there. And I think in this day and age, we want an independent candidate to be successful, whether it's a job like the president, whether it's a governor, whatever it may be, because the only way we're going to fight all this tribalism and all this partisanship is if we get people who aren't part of those two parties. Because as long as you're a Democrat or Republican, that's how you get fed, right? And so you've got to continue to feed the beast. So I've invested in this initiative, a ballot initiative, to try to change that.
Are you a regular out here at
Hey,
CES?
I got my geek credentials. I've been coming to CES since CES was in Chicago, which is a long, long, long time ago.
So once upon a time, CES would say, "Hey, here's something great. It's a color TV." And now, what's the thing that you see now that blows your mind?
You know, artificial intelligence is the big thing. They're trying to apply it to robotics, sensors, you know, sensing things that are in your home. Like I was just talking to a company. My kids have allergies. I have allergies. So being able to track the allergens that are in your home in the air and trying to figure out how to fix it. So just stuff like that. It's just, we keep on moving the bar. And right now, I think we're in that hockey stick part of applying high-speed processors to be able to use AI to do things we haven't even thought of before.
Is your house like crazy with video stuff? And
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, If you're going to watch a ball game at the Mark Cuban residence, what are you watching it on? And
So I came to CES. It's probably been 7 years ago now, and Panasonic came out with the first 102-inch television. I got the second one, 102-inch television. It was $102,000 back then.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
but it still works. It still works. It's still right in the center of my living room, and it's not a bad TV.
So Mark,
I hope it isn't.
so Mark, question: when you come to CES, do you come as a fan, or do you come with the mindset of these companies that need funding? I'm gonna back them up and give them.
No, I mean, I come just to walk around and look. So I don't go to the big companies. I start in the edges where they're the small companies that can barely afford a booth, and that's where you see the cool stuff. So like last year, I found this company called Kino-Mo, Kino-Mo, and what they're able to do is take any picture and turn it into a moving hologram. And it's really cool, and they're relatively cheap. So we got some for the Mavs arena we'll be putting in. And, you know, you always look for the small, freaky little places that have a long line, and that's the indicator.
do you ever suggest to somebody when you find them, like, have you explored Shark Tank? No, seriously.
Yeah, no, I
mean,
did
where you
today.
say- yeah.
Yeah, so I do that for 2 reasons. One, I think it's interesting. And the second and more prevalent reason is just to say, you know, you should be on Shark Tank, which is the translation is, leave me the hell alone.
It's so nice.
You should
of
go
you.
on Shark Tank.
So if you talk about sports and technology, where's the curve going in terms of sports and technology?
So for tech, you know, we've gone through analytics, but analytics has become an efficient market. Everybody's got access to most of the same thing. We can argue about whose algorithms are better to determining this, but it's pretty much all the same. But where we've really progressed to is bioanalytics, so tracking things in your body. So being able to understand, like I was looking at something today from a Korean company, I think it was, and they had inserts with electronics in them to be able to determine, you know, when guys are running or working out, any transitions or changes in their foot patterns, right? Because if there's an injury of some sort, maybe your hamstring's getting tight, the way you run is going to change. And so if we're able to track how guys run while they're healthy and get a benchmark, then we're going to be smarter about anticipating injuries in advance. And so we have some stuff now, like you can run in the water, we can take video, we can use computer vision to analyze the video, but we can't track it in game. And so those are some of the things. You've seen things like tracking heart rate and those types of things, but we're going to go even further than that.
You know, Mark, Shark Tank has become a sensation. When you first got involved, what did you think?
Okay, so here's the honest to God truth. I went and got it. We're getting ready. We just got renewed for a 10th season on ABC. And
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hopefully,
well deserved.
yeah, it's a great show, and I'm excited to be part of it. But I came on in the 2nd season as a guest, and they were bouncing around from night to night, and it really hadn't established itself. And I went on for three episodes, and I'm thinking, this is a business show. It has no chance of succeeding. Yeah. So I'm just going to go on there, raise hell, buy like every deal, and just make a mark for myself and maybe make some money from some good companies. Well, as it turns out, they were the worst companies that I've invested in, but the show kind of just took off. And with Mark Burnett, he's just a genius. And so they made some changes, and we've been on and killing it ever since.
Do you ever, I'm sorry, Chuckster, do you ever feel when you leave that show, after you've taped a show, I wish I had given this guy a shot?
Not so much, because the way it works is we'll get there in the morning and we'll start shooting at 8:30 in the morning. And they just bring in deal after deal after deal, and then they mix and match them into an episode afterwards. That's why we wear the same clothes. And the deals are 10 minutes on TV, 15 minutes, but in real time, in real life, they could go for 2 hours. And so when a deal comes in and they're pitching and we're grilling them, you're just so emotionally drained. It's like when you're concentrating up here and trying to, you know, keep up with Shaq and Chuck, you know, you're concentrating, then you're emotionally drained.
It's drained.
Yeah, it is draining.
I know that feeling.
So no, it's not like you feel like you missed something.
We're just about out of time here on Outside the NBA,
Wow,
but we
that's
do
never happened.
we do want to take a look. What do we have here?
Chuck, let's take a ride, Chuck.
Do you guys have all the details on this car? Do you
Who
know
has the
something about
detail?
this car?
Sorry.
What do you know about it?
It's going to make you fall in love with the road again.
Oh, wow.
Can I
Where's
drive
all the
What is it?
digital? Where's the digital stuff? I mean, no one reads like this stuff anymore.
Goes 200 miles on a charge.
Oh, that's
we
cool.
are
It's
told.
electric.
How much is this in retail?
0 to 60 in 4 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. Here's the plug
He said
right
30
here.
grand
Here's the
retail.
charger.
That's it?
30 grand retail.
Come on, Chuck. Let's ride.
I don't think
I'll
you can
drive.
do
I'll drive it.
It is made in
Shaq,
I'm
Provo,
not riding
Utah.
with you, man.
Come on, Chuck.
Would you fit in there, Shaq?
Yes, I can.
Hell no.
I can
Let's
sit
see.
on that side. Come on,
Oh,
Mark. You
no,
wanna
I'd
drive?
love to. No, I'd love to see both of you guys try to fit in this
You
thing.
drive, Chuck.
Oh, this is going to be frightening.
Chuck, you drive.
Oh man.
I can
All right,
fit. I'm telling
let's
you
go.
right now. Look,
Shaq and Chuck
I take yoga.
side by side in
No,
this
what?
Please ask for assistance.
On
to
the
get
road
it.
again?
Vanderhall. Well, it's
Yoga,
got,
baby.
obviously got some
Kenny.
shocks.
Yes.
It might
Yoga.
be easier for you to try to drive.
No,
Come on, Chuck.
but it'd be funnier to watch you do it, Chuckster.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get in there.
I know that's what makes it
He
interesting.
cannot get in there.
Chuck,
Not with
come on,
Shaq
man.
there.
You're not actually going to drive
come on,
this
we
into
gotta
this crowd of people, are
He
we?
can't get in.
Come on, Kenny. Come on.
It's not going to move, is it? Thank you.
I'll move it.
No, no.
You can fit.
The hell wrong with you?
Okay, now I'll get in.
All right, drive it. How we drive it? You might not
Is
want
it,
to.
Oh no, you're not.
It's not a stick, is it?
No, it's automatic.
Automatic.
I'm getting out of the way.
Well, I would advise everybody in the arena to get out of the way.
No, this goes 0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
Yeah, look, they're scattering.
4 seconds.
Oh, that's much slower.
Yeah.
Slower. Go. Whoa, I'm about to get one of these, Mark.
So,
pretty cool.
So,
That's
yeah.
nice.
All we need is some
That's pretty
tunes.
cool.
All we need. Hey, Mark and the Martinis. We need some tunes to drive with.
That is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
And I won't make it around. They will make it around.
Go back.
That
Take
is
a left.
pretty
Take a left.
That certifies this episode of Outside the NBA
Yes.
as one of the more bizarre we have attempted. Mark Cuban, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Ernie.
I hope you don't regret it.
What? Hey, okay. Naruto, Nine-Tail, Fox, I feel like a Gucci ad-lib. Burr, go to the Coca-Cola, mascot, polo bird. Put my sauce on lasagna, it can make Garfield burr. I ain't